Alright, real whey. Final verdict for you. Let's get to the board. Hey, what's going on everyone? I hope you're all doing absolutely fantastic, and this is probably the closing video for Real Whey Pro chocolate flavor protein that I did the initial review of, and then I did the lab test. I talked about the lab test in the live cast, but this is the actual closing video, I guess, the final review sort of thing. I used it for some time and I'll give you many updates, not just one, so stick to the end of the video. So to start with, my experience on using it for about a week or more than that. Every day I've been using it. I've been trying to understand. So I always say within this short period of time, uncontrolled environment, I can't tell you how effective it is. I can't tell you how negative it is, right? So whether there are side effects. So initially what I can tell is that it didn't give me any gas. I didn't feel bloated or anything like that. It's a concentrated whey protein with cocoa and stuff added. It's got digestive enzymes added. Digyzyme, of course, the proprietary blend from Digyzyme brand. It didn't give me any such problem. It did stay a bit longer in the system, so I'm talking about 1 hour, 15 minutes. I was feeling that I was having something in me, which generally isn't not that bad, but generally I was expecting somewhere in the range of 45 minutes to 15 minutes, by that time. But it stayed a wee bit longer, nothing more than that. But no bloating, no gas, nothing like that. I didn't feel any cramps or anything at all. Now, that was the good part. The thing I didn't like, and I did report it to the company, is that when you see the powder, at least for this pouch, I did find that there are clumps of cocoa, right? I showed it in the video, and if I keep on looking, I'll find some clumps. I sent them separate images, not just the video, separate images, and they did tell that they agree. There are certain situations while this is occurring, and they are already taking steps to rectify that. Now, I'm not the company representative or something like that. They told me that if you want to know more, you can just mail them or talk to them over phone. Maybe they can explain to you better, but they are taking action on that part, that there is certain condition on which this clumping is occurring. They're going to fix that. So that's one thing. Now, coming straight to the lab testing, all right, because there's a lot of confusion there. The number that they're showing here and the lab test report that came, many things happen. So let's get into that. So the first thing that happened is that I reviewed this product, and it says at the back that it's 81.9%, which is pretty close to 82%. Their lab test shows close to 84% of this particular brand. But and then I did the lab test myself because the users asked for it. So the lab test came to exactly 72.48%. All right. Now, after that, and I talked about it in the live cast, what happened, I think someone from the company saw that, and then the company representative called me up. He talked to me for about an hour, and he explained that why it is so, and I'm telling you exactly what they said. It's not something I'm making up, all right? So if you want to have more clarity, please talk to them, but this is what they said. The lab test that I did, that was done on as-is basis. So if you don't know what is as-is basis and what is dry basis of protein content calculation, then please check out my video. It's in my channel, and I'll probably put up an info bar somewhere here. I'll put it up. So what they explained is that actually they said it's there on the label, but it's written in small fonts. You have to just check it out. So 81.9%, what they write in the Nutritional Info, is for the unflavored version. So I asked, what do you think should be when it's flavored? So they said if it's coffee, it's chocolate, so it's cocoa powder we add, then it will come to 75 to 76%. I said, okay, so here's the info that just below the nutritional bar, they have written that this nutritional info is based on the unflavored version. If you're buying flavored one, the nutritional info would vary. So they have declared it, and not like the whole nutritional info, but just below that they have declared it. Right? Now all these things are on dry basis on protein calculation. When I did the one that I did, and the link would be in the description, I have uploaded it to Google Drive, and I'll put the screenshot here so that you can see yourself. So I did it from Equinox Lab Mumbai, and they got an office in Bangalore. They collected the sample and all that. So it came to 72.48. So let's say 72.5, right? So we know if we add about 2.5 to 3% to the as-is basis, you're going to get the dry basis in most cases, rule of thumb, depending on this much this thing is happening. So if we add 2.5 to this, then we're getting 75%. And we get 3% to that, then we get 75.5%, which is absolutely fine. So now the numbers are making proper sense. So here's the thing. When I reviewed this product, I mentioned that this is a 82% whey protein. Wrong. This is a 75 to 76% whey protein. All right. That's what the company folks told me. You can call them up and get your clarification. All right. And that is on dry basis. So the thing that you're getting, and this doesn't apply to this brand. This applies to all the brands that put the protein content, whatever they put, that's on dry basis. That's not what you get. What you get is this. You get as is. That is with the water content, right? So that's what 72.48%, right? So that's what you get if you get this protein, and then these numbers are making. So one thing we know, that the number that you see directly up on the nutritional info, don't go for that. Read the label below, and if you're in doubt, because they said that depending on the flavor, the 75 to 76% can actually change. I mean, they got some other flavor where this percentage is different, more protein content would be there, something like that, right? So that's what we discussed, and that's what I'm conveying. Now it makes sense to me that what they're saying is what we're getting in the test, close to that, and that's absolutely fine. Now I do have a suggestion for the company, and I hope that the company takes it in the right spirit. All right. I know that you're a new company and you're trying your best to bring different transparencies to the market. You got all this, you have added diazyme and all that stuff. Absolutely fine. Now what I'd say is that, see, I've been using NutriMed whey protein for a long time. And what I know for sure is that, at least for me, this thing works. And they have a fantastic best practice. I'm going to put the images up here. I recently used their muscle whey. And in the website, and even if you buy from them, they've got 2 different labels up here, right on front. And if you're buying the unflavored one, that says in big fonts that this is the amount of protein you're getting. If you're getting the flavored one, that says this is the amount of protein you're getting. I know you're being honest. You're saying that it's going to be different, but see, a general consumer is going to see only this much and forget about it. If you're trying to help people, just put it more prominently, all right? It's just a suggestion. It's a best practice, and I think it works. It's going to be awesome if you do that, all right? That's just a suggestion from my side. Otherwise, it's absolutely fine. So, just concluding it, I'm going to say that whatever the lab test came out is okay on the as-is, because their content was on dry basis, and now we know this protein, if it's flavored, it's not 82%, it's 75 to 76% protein. All right. Now the other thing is that there was a confusion, and I was having this discussion with the company folks also. They were thinking, and I don't know if my viewers thought also, that I'm comparing NAC Pro raw isolate whey with this thing. I was never doing that. I would not do that. I'm not a idiot to do that. All right. Those 2 proteins were so popular, or they are so popular, that my viewers have asked for the lab test. The report came together, so I talked about the report in the same video. That doesn't mean I was comparing them, all right? I am going to compare this product, of course, with something that makes much more sense to be compared with. See, both are concentrate. This is 72% declared. It's going to be a wee bit less on as-is basis. This is as-is 72.48%. So they are pretty close. This is banana, bad flavor. This is chocolate, good flavor. But I'm going to do an actual review or comparison video between these 2. MyFitFuel, Real Whey, price, everything. All right. That's going to be a comparison video. I'm not comparing between this and NAC Pro. That being said, I did get some requests on my community post and Instagram where people have asked me to review their isolate whey protein. Now this is what I'm going to do, right? So I buy these things. This thing they sent me, this time I'm not going to get this thing from them. I'm going to buy it, but I'm not going to buy a chocolate flavor, okay? I'm going to buy unflavored version, because all these confusions of unflavored, flavored, all that is going to go. And in the unflavored version, whatever is going to be in the label, I'm going to test that. I'm going to do a lab test of that. if my viewers want it, I'm going to do that. It's not that I have to go and do it just because, you know, I'm reviewing the product. I don't do lab tests to all products that I review. It's only if a majority of my viewers ask for it, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to compare that with NAC Pro, all right? And I know, and I'm declaring this, please understand this. This is very important, all right? The review's over, okay? Review's over. It's important. I review products from across India, sometimes outside India products also. I don't get biased on somebody because nobody pays me, right? What I want these companies to do is take it in the right spirit. I'm glad they did it. They are correcting certain stuffs. They talked to me and clarified certain things. That's how we can create a good culture, right? Yeah. Don't confuse that I'm being biased or someone, because in recent days I've been seeing some comments where people are saying, you're not saying that, you're not saying that. It's not like that. See, it doesn't matter which brand it is. If it's something that I don't feel good about, I'm going to talk about it. I'm just a consumer. I do reviews. That's an additional thing. I am just a consumer of these things. I'm going to review them as a consumer, all right? I hope you found it helpful. Absolutely. I was a bit in doubt when there was this difference in number, but now I think it's okay, because now if they claim 75-76% and I'm getting 72.48 on as is, it's absolutely fine. Other than that, mixability was a bit of issue. If they're working on it and if their next batch is fixing that issue, then it's fantastic. They got diazyme added, which is also great for your digestion. But yes, I would mention that it stayed in the system for me a bit longer. Not bloating, not gas, but it stayed in the system a bit longer. All right. I hope this video was helpful. If you want to know more about it, please make comments and let me know what extra you want to know. And yes, I did ask the company folks to come and make comments directly under this video. If they have any doubt, if any user has any doubt, they can answer that, so that we can create a very transparent situation or culture out here. All right. Have an awesome life, folks. Ciao.